For this exercise, we're going to do a Gravit version of path practice, and you're going to go into coursework and click on path practice, and we'll do these kind of one at a time instead of having a whole folder like we did in class. The first one I'm going to do is shapes. So again, I'm going to download this. I'll right click, save link as, and if you want to save it to your desktop for now, that's fine. If you even want to put your name there, and then you're going to open this from Gravit. So I'm going to go to Gravit, and I'm going to say open from computer. I'll go to my desktop and I'll open it, and this whole thing I'm going to lock here. This is all kind of stuff we're going to be tracing over, so we're going to lock all these paths that are here. You can see there's all these paths, so we're going to lock that one. We're going to make a new path, and we don't even have to make a new path yet, because once we start working with this pen tool, that will create a new path. So I'll click on it, and what you could do right here is just put a 0 in here so it has no fill, and then change the color. I'll use purple for now. And I'm going to use a purple border, that's called. So purple border, 1 point. That should be enough. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. I'll do Control plus or Command plus if you're working on Windows or Mac. And we're going to do one at a time here. We're going to use the pen tool, and we're going to click and drag and actually make curves as we go. Now remember, the circle is composed of all curves, so we're going to click and drag. And what's nice about Gravit, it shows you the line segment. In Illustrator it does not, but here it shows you the line segment before you even click on the next point. So if I just clicked here, you can see it would just make a point with no handle, but I'm going to click and drag again and just kind of drag out straight and just try to make a circle. So I'm click and drag. I'll move to here, click and drag. And even on the last one, I'm going to click and drag and make a perfect circle. That's it. Then move on to the next one. I'll use this capsule shape. I'll start here at a straight line segment. I'll click, click, and now I have a curve, so I'm going to click and drag. And you can see here I don't have to click and drag again. I'll just click, and I'll click. This one I have to click and drag. It's the same as kind of making a point here and then converting it after the fact. But I'm actually clicking and dragging so it's a curve as I draw it. And then I just have to click here to finish up. So that's the end of that one. And then this half quarter circle, we could start down here at home plate and go up here. And then in the middle one, I'm just going to drag it out. Notice I'm always dragging in the position of the curve. And then I could just click here. I don't have to make another curve here. And I could go here. And if you'd have to tweak it, you could always go to your sub-selection tool and go here and tweak these handles any way you want. Move this up or anything you'd have to do there. Okay, so I'll click off of here. I'll go back to this one, this kind of a rounded triangle kind of shape here that you'd kind of use on a pool table maybe. And I'll go back to this tool. And there's a couple, I'll do it two ways. One, I'll make a triangle first. So I'll just go around and I'll start here actually. And I'll click and I'll put these support points here. So I'll click here. Now I could go here and just make a little round corner, and then I'll click here, click here. I'll go here and make a little round corner and click here, make a round corner, and then click there. You could use your sub-select tool and just drag these things down because they're too far away. But now they'll already have those little curves built in, and if you have to shorten the handles, you could certainly do that after the fact. That's one way to do it. And notice that they have these support points here so that this could be a curve here that has 1 point and has kind of curved handles on it. So that's the way that's set up. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, I'll just hit delete that whole path I just made, is actually start here and drag up and go here and drag down. And now I could actually see the curve on the path as I go. So I'll just click here because it's a straight line, and then I'll go to here and I'll click and drag, and I'll click here, and then I'll finish off here by clicking and dragging. Now if you were making a round cornered triangle, you wouldn't know necessarily to click there. That's why it was easier to kind of, or it may be easier to actually start down here first. So I'll click off of that, and there's that path. And for the final one here, it's this little ocean wave kind of thing. And what we'll do with this is just kind of start dragging in the direction of the curve that way, and then go up here. Notice I don't have to put anything here. I could just click and then go down here. I have this kind of belly down here. I'm just going to click and drag and make that kind of curve, and then click once up here, and then go down here and make a curve. Click once up here, go down here and make a curve, and then if you click on that point, it should suck in the handle. Now, if you still get this thing here, if you still have this, it won't stop because it's an open path. It doesn't seem to stop. I'm not sure how you stop it in Gravit, but if you just go and click on this tool, that should do it, and that's all you need. So that's the 7A part of this. There's a couple more path exercises, but that's the first one. So remember to just go and save this. And then if you want to turn it in, you can always just share it and copy the link and go into your coursework and add a comment. And that could be your first one that you put in here. Remember, just add a link, paste it. You could even put 7A here under text to display and just make new window. And then you'll have a little link to 7A. And also, if you need a file to upload, now, for now, we're not going to do that because we uploaded a whole folder full of paths. But if you did need to upload it, remember, you could go back to Gravit. After you have it saved, remember, you could always go here and export it, and export a PDF document at 150, and it'll download that file into your downloads, and you can always upload that. But don't do that yet because I don't have it set up to upload a whole bunch of files. You could always throw it in a folder and upload it at some other point. But for now, for these shape exercises, if you just want to share them, I'll be able to go in here and actually look at your files.